Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Last week, my life looked something like this. And now I'm here, ready to camp in my parents' back garden in the middle of winter in the UK. But I chose this madness. You see, this self-inflicted sadism comes off the back of a year in Australia, a year of reinvention, ancient landscapes, trying to inspire everyday people who are all but ordinary, of closing chapters on my rugby career, my boyhood dreams, to new ventures and passions, to planning the greatest odyssey of all, cycling around the planet with my girlfriend. In essence, my year in Oz has been somewhat of a metamorphosis of me. It's not that I'm a different person, I'm the same person I've always been. I'm just now flowing down a different path, and boy, what a path it has been. So, before we get on to why I'm sleeping in my parents' back garden, I guess I'll just give you a rundown of why I moved to Australia, and if you're thinking of moving there, like logistically, practically, mentally, emotionally, how it kind of looks when you move to the other side of the world, because like, there's a lot of young people doing it for pretty good reasons as well. Like, everyone goes on about like, oh, the quality of life in Australia is amazing, and yeah, it is. So just over 12 months ago, I got let go by Sale for the second time, which is a story for another day, but it was kind of without a rugby club. I'd done 7 seasons of like all I've ever known as professional rugby, and I had this itch to go to Australia because I had a few friends that had gone over. Like, everyone goes on about how amazing the life is over there and all this stuff. I was kind of clinging on and putting it off, hoping that something would come up in either the Premiership or the URC in Europe playing rugby. Bottom line is, couldn't find anywhere, and eventually just pulled the trigger. I was like, right, we're doing this, we're going. So left last February, a year ago, and I had a friend that I used to play with in Jersey who played for Eastern Suburbs Rugby in Bondi, the place to be. Mega place. Like, everyone goes on about the Bondi bubble for a reason. Like, it is a cliche that you won't leave there. It's mega food, really good people. If you work for yourself, like a billion coffee shops to work from. You've got the beach like 20 meters from the door. The gym I ended up working at was in Bondi, so I met like loads of people in Bondi, and it just had this nice community feeling about it, where you'd walk out your door and you'd see like 10 people you know, and you'd be like, oh, what are you doing today? And you'd have your little chats, and you'd go to the market, and then you'd go to the beach, and you'd make plans. And I think if you're gonna do it as a Brit, there's a reason why all the Brits end up there. Like, you might as well jump in at the deep end for a year and see what it's all about. So I've never had a real job, so I was like, how am I gonna get a job? I've coached in a lot of schools before, like S&C and PT and stuff like that, but I've never actually worked in a gym. So I walked past this gym and I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And the gym was called like 98 Bondi, and I just dropped the guy an email. I was like, oh, like, do you need any coaches by any chance? And they were like, yeah, someone left yesterday. So yeah, thanks, James. But after my first class, he was like, how do you think it went? I was like, yeah, like I nailed it. Like, yeah, like, you're okay. He was like, I know you know your shit. Like, your experience, the information you were giving people was great, but you just gotta be the guy. They need to know that you know your shit. It was literally like a light bulb moment. I was like, oh yeah, like I do know what I'm doing. Just gotta be the guy. Pretty steep learning curve. You learn how to like present yourself, and you learn how to talk without going and like. The people were so amazing, and the other coaches were so amazing. And then I kind of just realized that like you've got free will, which then led me on to my next career / business, which I now is my full-time job, which is mad. I bought one camera, that was my first ever camera. I was filming my own stuff, and then there was an event on at the gym. I said to my manager, I was like, can I come and film it? He was like, yeah, whatever, just like if you want to. Because I know like I'm actually pretty good. So I put it out and people really liked it, which I was very grateful for. And it just spiraled massively to the point where like it became my full-time job. I was still coaching in the mornings, like to go and film for different clients, different freelance stuff. I had a few like retainer clients that I'd work with every week, just managing their social media. Now I can just work from a cafe, which is mega. I got addicted to coffee and life is good. So now that I've waffled like that, I wanted like the stark contrast between 30 degrees Australian summer and British winter to be like, if I'm coming back, I don't want it to be like, oh, 15 degrees and like, it's all right. I want it to be cold and miserable and punished. I need to sleep in my back garden. The wilderness. I've been really like romanticizing British weather, and it's funny how you like the grass is always greener, do you know what I mean? Like last year we were craving some Australian weather, and I do obviously still really miss it. Like I miss the beach, which is a good lesson to be happy with what you have. So without further ado, Instead of taking my girlfriend out for dinner for Valentine's Day, we're camping in my mum's back garden. But it's a new tent, so it is a treat. The Alpkit Yaran 3 lightweight backpacking tent. This is just to prove that, one, I thought it's best to test it out when it's really cold tonight, it's like 2 degrees, then get to the hill somewhere and realise that we haven't got enough gear. Not that I doubt this tent for a second, but two, if you don't think you got time for adventure, just camp in your back garden. And I promise you, it'll probably feel more adventurous than sleeping in your bed. Right, don't lose that. Leave no trace, all that jazz. This way, let's sleep this way. I'm obviously not the smallest human in the world. And I've slept in a 2-man tent before on my own. That was tight with bags in. So I bought a 3-man in hopes that the 2 of us will be comfy in here. Is this one pole? No way. I know which way this goes. I've watched the tent reviews because no one ever slows down anymore. It's kind of this genre of YouTube content where they just watch people do really simple tasks. I only know how to do that because I've watched the YouTube reviews. They watch people do simple tasks and just like it chills them out. It's like meditation. Just watching someone like peel like 100 oranges or set up a tent. Secondary camera because I'm a legend. Oh, put them in the wrong ones. Wrong hole, wrong hole. I mean, it might be a bit cozy if you had 3 people in here, or like 3 small people, or 2 people and a dog. For those tent nerds out there, it's 2.4 kilos. So if I carry half and Lucy carries half, which probably won't happen. We probably could take it around the world with us. And if it's a good tent, like I'm happy to. And voila, the tent is up. Local yobbos about. The whole point of micro adventures is that you can slot them into your daily life. I guess my point is you don't have to go on these like mental expeditions to feel like, oh, I'm having a bit of adventure in my life. Obviously they're great as well. If you've got a real job, unlike me, sleep in your back garden, finish your job, get home, have dinner, put the tent up and then get up for work the next day. Alistair Humphreys, who's an adventurer that kind of inspired me to cycle around the world, he wrote a book on micro adventures. This whole thing was fitting in like a 5 to 9 of micro adventures around your 9 to 5. What can you fit in the little pockets of time you have? A feeling of smugness of going into work the next day, being a little bit smelly or a little bit more tired or a little bit more hungry because you've gone and had this mental adventure whilst everyone was at home watching X Factor. Feels like it's gonna be freezing. Feels like -6. I've picked like the coldest night of the year. Adventure's what you make it, kids. I'm not giving up just yet, but there is a high chance we will end up on the sofa. I mean, I guess it's a good chance to test out the gear. 3 hot water bottles will be sound. My plan is to try not to use the duvets, just so I know that if like I need a better sleeping bag, I need a better sleeping bag, you know? Because mine is a -8 sleeping bag, but that's like limit. I don't really want to be like at survival limit in my mum's back garden. Let's go. It doesn't look very spacious, but it is, I promise. Blanket duvet person, duvet blankets. So you might be thinking, why the hell would I watch Kieran sleep in his back garden when it's no kind of crazy journey or crazy adventure? However, I'm going to introduce you to a story by Xavier de Maistre. He was that's definitely not how you pronounce it. He was a Frenchman in 1792 who wrote a book called A Journey Around My Room. And as the title suggests, he didn't go very far. He wrote a whole book about the journey around his bedroom. He was under house arrest for like over a month. It was like 42 chapters and like over 200 pages. They certainly don't have to be the biggest epic odysseys or kind of in line with the micro adventure theme. The best micro adventure clearly for him was not even leaving the house. I'm going to clap my hands and it's going to be night time. How are you enjoying your Valentine's Day?
Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you warm?
I'm extremely warm.
Yeah?
I'm still jet lagged.
Where were we last Valentine's Day?
We just got to Australia.
Oh, so we had. That makes sense because we just got back. Top 3 things you're most excited about for the year?
I'm excited about.
Oh, deciding around the world?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When did you decide that?
I didn't decide that.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. It was my dream, and you one day went to me, you know, I think I want to cycle around the world. I remember it vividly. When the going gets tough, you can't say, oh, this is your idea. Go on then, tell us, it's Valentine's Day, tell us a story about how we met, It's actually more than 10 years.
12 years later.
12 years later. And then one day you just decided I'd done enough.
You were worthy.
I was worthy.
And now I'm in your back garden.
And now
at
you're in my
10.
back garden at 10. Pretty sure we've done this before.
Yeah.
But-
Morning.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
Pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah. So it was obviously cold. I was convinced that I was going to go inside because it wasn't comfy. I was like, I can
You're gonna abandon me.
yeah. I was like, I can deal with the cold, but I just can't sleep, so I'm going to go inside. And then I went for a week and talked myself out of it. Do you want any more? It's our first week back from Australia.
It is.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling cold.
I've missed bacon them. They don't have good bacon and sausage in Australia.
Chocolate shit.
Full of vegetable oil. Highlights?
I think just living so close to the beach, take it for granted that we could just dip in the sea whenever we wanted. I feel I worked really hard over there, doing like 50-hour weeks and stuff at a time. I think I probably wouldn't do that again. It was hard to find work. Like you go over thinking, oh, I've got a degree, or like I've got so much experience, it'll be easy to find a job, but everyone is thinking the same thing. That was a good thing about it. Excuse me.
Helicopter. Helicopter. Not today, helicopter.
What is that?
Not the time, helicopter.
Biggest shock is how rainy it was. Sydney pours. Pours. See, it chucks it down.
Absolutely
and I always
wet.
like, guys, just chucking it down, and then no one knew what that meant.
You have to take a spare set of clothes with you on your way to work, spare shoes and spare underwear,
Yeah.
spare socks. Liz, you won't have heard this because I was talking to the camera, but I was talking about micro adventures and how you don't need to go very far to have an adventure. And I feel like I've had a bit of an adventure last night.
Yeah,
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 something a
it's
bit
fun.
different.
Very
Like,
different.
You woke up and you're like, oh, remember that time we slept in the garden?
yeah.
This could have just been another night. What did you do for Valentine's Day last year?
slept in the tent. Everyone that I've told, I've been like, oh guys, I'm sleeping in the tent for Valentine's Day. And they've been like, cool.
Yeah, cheers.